fucking shaking. But I'm not scared. Hey y'all! My name is Simply Prodigy, and welcome to the Not Sorry About This podcast. Woo! Welcome to 2026, y'all. It's been a long time. I have so much to talk about, so much to bring up, but I just wanted to check in with y'all. Just like take a second and check in with yourselves and appreciate where you are at right now at this moment. 2026 is so far from 2020. We had a year in 2020, didn't we? Oh my gosh, I feel like the year has just gone by. We've done a lot with our lives. We've done a lot with our time. We acquired new skills. I don't even know how to start this really. I feel like I should start over. Let's 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 start over. Because that was good, but I had topics that I wanted to talk about. So let's re-edit the topics that I want to talk about. Can I do a side-by-side with voice memos? Can I do that? Fuck. This, and then split view, and then voice memo. Oh, I can do that. Great. Okay. Yay! Okay. All right. That was good, but I feel like... Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hey y'all! This is Simply Prodigy, and this is... fuck. Hey y'all! My name is Simply Prodigy, but you can call me Jasmine, and this is the Not Sorry About This podcast. Welcome to 2026. Welcome to your new era of life. Welcome to all of my new listeners. I logged into the app like today and I found out I have 4 new listeners, so that's pretty cool. What the heck? Oh my gosh, hold on. I feel like it needs to be a little bit closer. And then I'm done. Okay, hold on. I feel like, okay, I need to be speaking to you guys, and then I need to move back a little bit. First of all, I just need to be comfortable, girl. I need to be comfortable. I smell good, but I feel like the room needs to smell good. You know what I'm saying? No. I just feel like I need to start for real. We'll do everything else after that. All that extra stuff is all that extra stuff. We don't need to do any of that. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Hey y'all, my name is Simply Prodigy, as well as Jasmine. You can call me Jasmine. Stop. Girl. Hi y'all, my name is Simply Prodigy, but you guys can call me Jasmine, and this is I'm your host. Fuck. Yeah. It's been a while since I did this. 1, 2, 3, go. Hi y'all, my name is Simply Prodigy, but you guys can call me Jasmine, and I'm your host of Not Sorry About This podcast. It's been a while. Happy 2026 to my new listeners that I've just logged onto the app and saw that I had. Welcome. How are you? I feel like everybody has gotten into their big bag era, and I'll explain what that means further in detail, but I just wanted to take a moment to just appreciate where I've been at since I've been gone. I've been gone for about a year, and there has been a lot of things that have caught up to me. I moved. I moved a lot of things around. I changed my perspective on a lot. Started learning French. Started learning ASL. Started gearing towards people who are more business ventured. And I'm only 23, so it seems like it's a lot for my age, but when I look on a lot of social apps and I log into how everybody else is doing, they seem to look like they're doing a lot more than I have to just be grateful for my workload is what I'm trying to say. Like, I think I learned a lot in 2025. Managing my workload and being grateful for it was one of the two things that I had to learn. As far as just like growing up as an adult, you know, we're all trying to kind of figure it out. And people my age are posting now. People are my age are not afraid to do some of the things that they're doing now. And I just feel so grateful for where I'm at because, you know, a couple years ago I would not be in this stage of just wanting to heal myself and wanting to reflect on myself more and, you know, be around the water and being around my friends, be around my family, and just work on myself to my best ability. And that kind of looked like embracing the darkest parts of me and trying to connect to that part and ask that part of myself some deeper questions. Why are you feeling this way? What brought you to this point? How can we fix it? How can we make your dark a little bit lighter? And I don't feel like anybody really talks about that part of reconnecting and embracing your self-healing and self-love journey. You have to embrace a lot of your trauma, essentially. We all have it. And this year taught me to embrace myself fully. And that was pretty hard. That was pretty hard. Because I have a lot of people in my ear. And I'm pretty sure you guys can relate to this too. Like, you have somebody in your ear constantly telling you that you're doing bad. And if you can't relate, if you don't, what's that saying? If you don't mind, let it fly or something like that. I don't know that saying, but you know what I'm saying. You have somebody constantly in your ear telling you that you are not good enough, telling you that you are not worthy. Why did I feel like I needed to pause that? Because I'm getting off topic. I feel like to embrace this part of me, I have to be vulnerable. And being vulnerable is so scary. But I'm willing to do it if you are. So we're going to press this button and we're going to breathe. And I'm not going to care about what I'm going to say. Because at the end of the day, it's me saying it. It's my journey. It's my responsibility to get this out, regardless of how I feel, or regardless of how messy it is. Art is allowed to be messy. This is allowed to be a mess. It's my first day back after a year. Give myself some credit. Okay. Let's do this. Hi y'all, my name is Simply Prodigy, but you guys can call me Jasmine, and this is the Not Sorry About This podcast. Hey, it's 2026. How y'all doing? Did 2025 kind of fuck you all up like it did to me? I feel like a whole new person has came and embraced themselves as a 2025 like shadow or spirit, and this spirit came out of the womb and beat me up for like the start of the year, and then in the middle of the year it was kind of like laying off and letting me heal. Like, I was healing my bruises, and then at the end of the year I had a really, really great recovery. And I bounced back. And now I speak French. And I started learning ASL and all this other shit. But there's a lot that happened. First of all, I want to acknowledge that I've been gone for about a year. And I came back and you know, it was a much needed break. It was a much needed recovery for myself and for the things that I've went through. And you know, I got to spend time with my family. I got to spend time with my friends. I deleted social media. I deleted TikTok. I deleted Instagram. The only thing that I have right now is Pinterest, and it's helped me immensely with my creative journey and just trying to keep myself accountable for the things that I tell myself that I want to do. And I do it without thought. I do it without thought now. And a lot has changed with my environment too. Like, I used to have this big bed. I bought a whole new bed. I know that doesn't mean anything to you guys, but getting a new bed is life-changing. And like, keeping it on the floor was even more life-changing, because sleeping on the floor helped my back a lot more than my bed did. And mind you, my bed is supposed to help my back. I don't know what was going on, but we're here now. Better health, better wealth, better mindset, better perspective. I'm not gonna say that the entire time that I was gone, I wasn't going through it. This break wasn't perfect. I didn't constantly just work on myself and, you know, have it end up in a great result. I embraced the darkest parts of me, and I cried a lot. I reflected a lot. I journaled a lot, which is something that I haven't done since like November of 2021. I have done a lot, and I just want to take this moment to just relish in my accomplishments. Sometimes we don't give our credit where it's due. And I think that's why I wanted to talk about this topic today. Because we need the credit. We do the work. We do the work constantly, and we're trying to better ourselves constantly, but nobody tells you how hard that is. Like, to just get out of bed every day, and you constantly hear just have the discipline, have like, just be consistent and build that routine and build that perfect body and go to the gym and get yourself. No, I am a human being, and I'm allowed to be stuck in a rut for a little while. I give myself a day. If I'm really, really, really sad, I give myself a day. I turn off social media. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. My notifications are off. I'm not texting anybody who is texting me unless I'm ready to text them back. Because as an adult, you really don't want to talk to people. Like, you really don't want to talk to people. And it's so weird, because I am a social, like, I love people. I love talking to people. I love being around people. I love socializing. And I love to, you know, I love to like talk to strangers. Like, I know that we were told to not talk to strangers like when we were younger, but I'm older now. Like, I can speak to them folk. Like, I could speak to old folk and they can give me advice about their journey. Like, how cool is that? People could be so cool sometimes. Sometimes people could be weird. I'm not advising that you talk to every person that you see, but I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that if I see you and you give off bubbly energy, it is so hard not to reciprocate. It is so hard not to just speak to you back. But on those days that I feel low and my creative juice is like zero and my social battery is little to none, I turn everything off. The noise is on. Okay? My music is on. My R&B, my Frank Ocean. My Frank Ocean is on. The Frank Ocean album is on. The Drake album is on. I turn everything else off. I bought a huge coloring book the other day. You guys who are watching can see it in the background. It's Hello Kitty, and I just colored, and I have a newfound energy of just coloring. I've gathered a whole lot more skills that, you know, I've worked on since I've been gone, and it's helped me just connect to my inner child. And honestly, it's been so eye-opening. It's been so peaceful to just reconnect with myself in that way. Like, even like before I even knew what I was doing, like I used to do like little small stuff to get my like inner child back so I don't lose her. Whenever I like take a walk somewhere, cuz not to mention I take walks now. It's beautiful, it's perfect, it's peaceful, and it's better to do it in the morning. But regardless of the fact, whenever I took a walk and it was near a park and I saw a swing, I'm on that bitch. I don't care if I'm 23. I don't care if I'm 26. I don't care if I'm 68. I don't care if I'm 3. I'm swinging on a swing set every time that I see it. Every time that I see it. Wee! Wee! I'm up in the air, legs up in the air. B, like these, like these. Like, I am up in the air. I am so happy. And I'm so in that moment present. It is so easy to lose yourself in what you are going through, but it is the little things that really matter. It's taking that time away. It's not being on social media. It's only responding when you feel like it. Not giving your energy to the people who don't deserve it. It is being present with yourself and asking yourself, what is the best course of action for me? If it's to cut everybody off, just to be with yourself for a little bit, that is completely fine. Because you come home to a better you all the time. I found that every time that I took a break from the noise, I come back stronger every time. I come back more creative. I want to do things that I haven't even thought of before. And I just want to embody my inner child because she was so free and she didn't worry about anything. Like, not to say that there wasn't anything to worry about then, but she had all these ideas and none of them were taken seriously. She held space for herself. She did whatever she wanted, whenever she wanted. She wasn't a bad kid. She was never a bad kid. And I'm not going to talk myself out of being creative anymore. I'm not going to talk myself. I had to talk myself out of being overthinking. I had to talk myself out of overthinking a lot of the time, and that helped my creative process and my creative journey so immensely. Being around friends that actually want to be around you. Be like, I don't have many friends, even if I am bubbly, because the circle that's around me is so important. Super important. I have to make sure that everybody is trading in the same amount of energy for the same amount of energy back. I need to make sure that everything that I do is reciprocated to whoever that I deal with. Doesn't matter if you're a business partner, doesn't matter if you're a co-worker, doesn't matter if you're a friend of mine, it doesn't matter. Everything that I do and the people that I deal with, that I have in my circle, I make sure that the energy that I preserve for them is the same energy back that they preserve for me. And I find that even if it does get lonely, because I don't have many friends, it's super nice to not look over your shoulder and to think about how somebody could be doing you dirt behind your back. Like, it feels so, if you've never had that experience of peace, it just feels like exactly how you would expect. that level of peace just, you can't, oh, my bad. You can't trade that in for anything else. My cat has to go. My cat has to get out the door, guys. Here you go. Here you go. Oh no. Oh god. Oh god. Hey, wait. Wait. Here you go. Here you go. Sorry, y'all. That was my cat. I had to deal with that for a little bit, but what I was saying still stands. The less friends, the better. As long as peace is in your life, nothing else matters. Your peace is more expensive than whatever drama you got going on. Whatever messy shit, just drop it. Drop the messy shit. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything good for your mental. It doesn't do anything good to be in a mess all the time and to look over your shoulder all the time. I find that like super stressful. For what? So yes, over this time that I've been gone, I've built some skills and I've built some habits, and for the people that are watching, I have some notes. So if I'm looking back and forth, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the notes that keep me on topic, because I tend to stay off topic. But I really wanted to get into you know, the skills that and the habits that I've built for myself to like keep me abundant and happy and not consumed in the drama. So I find myself going out a lot more in the morning. I take walks every day. I do my affirmations. I stretch in the morning. I get up at like 3 o'clock. And you're like, damn, Jasmine, why the fuck are you? Ooh, sorry. I'm trying not to curse. I'm trying not to curse. Why are you getting up that early? One, I feed my cats that time. I know. I don't have to feed them at 3, but it's just something that I've been doing for so long, and I just like, I don't know. I just they're used to it now. I'm not gonna switch it up. Wake up at 3. I do my affirmations. I do breathing exercises. I stretch before I get up, and then I journal. I find myself journaling almost every day now. Like, I have this 5-year journal that my friend gifted me, and I write in it every day because there's questions for you every day, and you write in it until the 5 years is up. It's a 5-year journal. You write and the response to the question every day for 5 years. And I'm on day 18. And it is amazing. This is January 18th. It's Sunday. And I'm recording this so it can come out on Monday. But yeah, one of the skills that I wanted to bring back was podcasting, because I missed it so much. And I've always been told that I'm such a bad speaker. But I don't think so. I don't think about that anymore. I don't think about what other people put onto me, because that wasn't an original idea. I didn't think of that idea myself. Let me tell you something about the brain. I did not think about that idea of that myself. That was put onto me. That was an idea that somebody else had told me enough times that I believed it. Let me tell you something about the brain, bro. You tell yourself, I'm ugly enough times, you start to believe it. Somebody else tells you it, and they're close to you. Somebody else tells you that you are ugly, and you start to believe it. It wasn't an original idea. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie because it didn't come from you. It's not an original idea. That's why it's a lie. And it didn't come from your head. It came from somebody else completely. And you were told it enough times, so you just believe it. and you start acting like, and like my brain, like somebody had told me that I am not a good communicator, and somebody kept telling me that I'm not a good communicator. So I really started believing, oh, I'm not a good communicator. And I tell myself all the time, like when I started YouTube, I started with headphones on. I started with headphones on before I could ever get a word out. But I speak just fine. When I spoke to other people, I spoke just fine. There was nothing wrong with my speech. There was nothing wrong with my communication. It was just something that was told to me, so I started to believe it. And last time that I believed that concept was in 2022. It is 2026 right now. And I dropped the concept that I'm not a bad communicator. Because I'm not. I don't stay on topic all the time, but that doesn't make me a bad communicator. That just makes me that word with the I. I can't think of that word right now. Next thing that I wanted to talk about, since we're on the topic of communication, is what I've been seeing since I've been off social media, but like just logging into social media just to see how everybody's doing, just to see how my friends are doing, witness their creative process. And a lot more people my age aren't scared to do this kind of thing, like to speak in front of a camera, or like go for content creation, or like we're in this point in time like where like a lot of, not to get into race, a lot of Black people are winning right now, and I'm seeing a lot more of myself and the media just winning. I don't want to be that kind of podcast, but representation does matter. And as soon as I see myself and somebody else in a position of power, and they're constantly winning, that does something. That does, like, it makes my brain so happy. In the beginning of the year, when I first logged into social media, the first thing I saw was Teyana Taylor's speech, for winning that Oscar or Emmy. Please don't fight me in the comments. I don't know the difference. I don't know what reward that she got, but she did get a reward, and it was well deserved. And she did not think, she had told the audience that she was when she was on the stage, that she didn't even think that she was going to get the award at all. Like, something had stopped her. Some voice, like, Teyana Taylor. This is oh my gosh. This is like she did everything to get to where she is at right now, and she still had the doubts in her head. She still had doubt in her head to make her pause and be like, I don't even think I'm gonna win this. But she wrote a speech anyway, and it was super powerful, and you could tell that it meant a lot to her. And I started crying because I could relate to the feeling of just not being enough, doing everything to try to make yourself better, but you're never enough to the right people. You're not enough to the people that you want to be enough for. Your family, that one friend that you've been in a good friendship for like 5-15 years, that coworker, that boyfriend, that girlfriend. I could relate, and I saw myself in her in that moment, and I started crying because I'm in a space now. I was in a space before where I was constantly berated, belittled, and not seen as a human being, not seen as an actual person with feelings and emotions, and ideas that can actually contribute to society. And I'm here now. Everything that I've overthought about, I don't think about it as much anymore. Not to say that it's not there, but it's so much quieter now. And that's what I realized. nowadays, like, it's so much more quiet. It's so much more quiet. I sit in this peace and I sit in this silence and I look at the room and the space that I've created for myself and I go, wow, I actually survived all of that I've been through. Everything that I've been through, I've actually survived. And I'm here now. And I started crying in the bed. After her speech, I started crying and bawling. I was like, oh, wow, I'm not in survival mode anymore. I had to remind myself, like, there's not many times that I have to remind myself that I'm out of survival mode. That was one of the things that kind of knocked me out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not many things that kind of knock me into, like, oh, like, yeah, you were in survival. Like, that's not something that I think about often. So when she had brought that feeling of emotion of just like not being enough for some people, and you know, just believing in herself and believing in the people, because you were nothing without your village. You were nothing without your village. You were nothing without your chosen family and endless and boundless support and faith. And I'm just now getting to that point. And 22 and 23 years, I'm just now getting to that point. And though I feel like I'm behind, because I feel like, let's really talk about it. I really do feel like I'm behind because I should have known this earlier. But everybody has their own pace. Everybody has their own journey. Everybody has things that they are trying to unlearn. There are a lot of habits that I have now that I've had back then, and that I've sat down and I've sat with, and I realized, like, I had to make the conscious decision not to be those things anymore, and I had to actively work on not being those things. And as easy as it sounds, it was a very hard thing to do. It was a very hard thing to unclench to, because I feel like I was clinging onto these things, and like my nails was in the flesh of whatever I was holding on to, and I had to tell myself to unclench. And it has gotten a lot more clear to make the decisions that I want to make, not even creative wise, but in every aspect of my life. I know what I want. I know what I don't want. I know what feels good to me. I know what doesn't feel good to me. And I'm so quick to call it out now, as I was so timid before. And I didn't call anything out. Years and years and years and years back, I was mute. I could have sworn I was mute because I was told that I couldn't. I'm not a good communicator. You're really not a good communicator. You need to be better at communicating. But the more that I heard it, the more that it was true for me. And it's not true anymore. It's not true anymore. And I'm so glad that I'm seeing a lot of people my age, just to bring it all together, use their voice and use their platform to talk about the things that they want to talk about. And fear isn't a conscious battle anymore. People are just doing it because there's a lot of success in just saying what you want and being vulnerable and sharing your story. Because regardless of if you think nobody is listening, somebody is. I logged into my podcast and I have 4 new listeners. I have to timestamp that. Like, that's 4 new listeners. 4 people logged in and listened to my stuff and listened to my voice out of like 4 people. That's a lot of people. I get anxious talking to one person. Even though I'm good at it, I get anxious when I'm talking to people, but it's like a excitement anxiousness. It's not like a, oh, it's not a timid, scared anxiousness. It's just a feeling of excitement. 4 new people after I had 0? That's so exciting, bro. That's so exciting. You have to celebrate yourself when you can, because nobody's gonna give you those rose petals but you. And if you wait too late, then you're never going to look back at your journey after it's been 50, 60, 80 years. You're going to look back at your journey and be like, "Damn. I missed the times where I accomplished something and it was only recognized by myself and myself only. And I wish I would have shoulda, coulda, woulda, but didn't." Okay? So you have to celebrate what you have before it's completely and obliterately, obliterately, I don't even know if that's a word, whatever, gone. You have to celebrate yourself before your inner child or your whatever your passion is gone. Because that's the strongest part of you, just celebrating yourself and acknowledging that you've been through so much to get to where you're at right now. Even if it's just to lay in bed, and you've made movement in the bed, that is a step. That is a step towards the right direction. If you are listening to this, it is a step towards the right direction because you want to be better for yourself. You have to hold yourself like a diamond in the rough. Like, you have to be your biggest your special Krabby Patty secret formula. I don't like you have to be yours. You have to be special to yourself. You have to be that special to yourself. You have to hold your health, yourself, your wealth, and to I lost my train of thought. I don't even know. You have to hold yourself that dearly. You have to hold on to yourself that dearly. You have to like think that special of yourself. Okay. Yes. I'm glad that young people are speaking because everybody's realizing that your moneymaker is your voice. And even if you're not doing this for money, that's kind of like what you want to gear towards in the future. That's my cat. Everybody say hi, Callie. She's in heat. And I'm still gonna post this because I don't give a fuck. I never gave a fuck. Never gave a fuck. Never. I never. Okay, please don't click off. Let's talk about not giving a fuck. Let's talk about the art of it. Because there's an art. And there's something like that I had to turn off in my brain a long time coming, and that was just the opinions of other people. How do I do that? I dissociate. Personally, I dissociate. Not the best thing to do. Not requiring you to do this. I'm not like, I don't want to condone that. I don't want to condone dissociating, but that's something that I do. That's something that I've learned to detach with people's opinions of me very, very early. In my childhood, I've been told a lot of things leading up to adulthood. Little me did not deserve, And, I've learned to turn off people's brains, people's ideas of me very, very early by just literally numbing it out. But if you're that kind of person that is sensitive towards what everybody else is thinking about you, not even what everybody else is thinking about you, but the most important people that you want to care about you, do you the most dirtiest. Like, I don't understand. Like, just it's not anything to just be kind to a person, but a lot of people aren't. And a lot of what I had to do is just watch people my age on YouTube, if I didn't have that support myself, I'd watch people my age do the stuff that will bring back your energy. Being creative. I sometimes watched other creators, like lifestyle vlogs. Like, I've watched other creators my age do the stuff that I want to do, and I would do it on a mini scale. If I see them wake up at a certain time, I try waking up at that time. Even if it's like an hour late, I try it. If I see them they're going to the gym, I'm not going to go to the gym. I don't got no membership and I don't got no money. I'm going to take my ass to my rug and I'm going to stretch. I'm not going to do any heavy lifting on myself. I'm going to do it on a smaller scale. I'm going to do everything that you do, but on a smaller scale. If I see a lifestyle vlog and they're taking a trip to Tokyo, I'm going to step outside. I'm not going to book the trip, but I'm going to step outside. I'm going to take a walk. Because it's time. It's time to take a walk. It's time to breathe in. Wusa. Wusa. It is time to breathe in and out. It is time to do that creative thing. I would watch creators do lifestyle vlogs, and if they're eating, so am I. If they're drinking water, so am I. It is so easy to watch people do things and then just do it with them. So you're not alone. Because nobody on this planet Earth isn't struggling to make it to their authentic selves right now. I love myself, but it took a long time to get here. And there are still things that I'm unlearning. There are still things that I have yet to learn at my age and so forth. Take whatever you're thinking about, take whatever you're overthinking about, and simplify it. You don't have to book a trip in order to be happy, but you do have to take some of the things that you see other creators do and apply it to yourself in whatever way that makes sense to you. Okay? If I know that I'm broke, I'm not gonna go on a shopping spree. I'm gonna sit my ass home. I'm gonna sit my ass home and I'm going to reflect on the things that I, want to spend money on the next time. I'd make a little list. I need groceries. Only spend money on groceries and nothing else. That is the best finance tip that I can give, by the way. Like, best finance tip I can give. Just spend on what you need and then nothing else. Especially if you're saving up for something big. Like a big move, a big car, a big I don't know what you're doing. But if you're saving up for something, like that's what I would do. Don't have to apply it. Don't have to apply it. I'm not your mama. I'm not your dad. I could be. But I don't got no kids. But y'all are my kids. I ain't got no kids, but y'all my kids. Listen to this. Sit down. Sit down and listen to this information. Drink your water. And make your art. Make whatever you're making messily. Don't be afraid. I've recorded this. Literally, you guys are not going to hear the multiple times that I've recorded this, but I'm going to post this. I'm going to post this on my YouTube. And this is going to be my first video. Hey y'all. This is going to be my first video on my podcast. And first podcast back. After 2025, first podcast back, and all I could say is, if I'm gonna end this on any note, and you've made it this far, thank you. I will say to lighten up on yourself. Lighten up. Lighten up on all the things that you have struggled and told yourself that you're bad at. Give yourself grace to be good at them. You're not supposed to be perfect at everything. AI is competing with actual humans right now. Okay? Do not be perfect at anything. If there is anything that we need to keep, it's our imperfections. It is our imperfections. Do not go so hard on yourself. Your imperfections is what makes you grow. You're not supposed to be good at it the first try. I tell my students this. I forgot to tell y'all I'm a teacher. I tell my students this all the time. Y'all are not supposed to be good at it the first time. Give yourself some grace. Lighten up. If it sucks the first time, play it again until you're good at it. Damn. Give yourself some credit. If you're bad at something, okay, let's find out another way so you won't be bad at it as much. You're not supposed to, not suck on the first try, even though it sucks. Sucking sucks. Sucking sucks. But it's what makes you you. It's what makes you authentic at the end of the day. It's what people can relate to, your imperfections. Don't ever be ashamed of that. Lighten up. Because that darkness is only going to encompass you if there is no light. You will be in the pitch black darkness. So lighten up. See y'all in the next episode of 2026. I'll catch y'all later. Love you. Take care of yourself. Drink your water. And yeah. Bye.